The delivery dates of Social Security benefits and $1,400 fourth stimulus check specifically focused on Social Security, including retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, SSI, VA beneficiaries, RRB, people on low income, fixed income beneficiaries. I have got all the details, everything you need to know right here in this video. So guys, without further ado, let's get right into it. We have got tons of details regarding a federal fourth stimulus check. If this scenario really plays out, you could be able to receive your stimulus check within just the timing of the check is also important factor when it comes down to economy, where economy gets to a point where government must intervene to help out people, and this is when stimulus checks are usually issued. Also, that being said, we have got several important deadlines, what we need to know, what we need to pay attention to, all the important key dates to keep in mind when it comes down to the stimulus check, and it's very important to pay attention to this very important dates. Alright guys, now speaking about possibility of a stimulus check in the near future, well, possibility of the reconciliation to pass legislation, well, that is a good news. They can absolutely add a stimulus check into the legislation if they wish to do so. Based on the history over the last couple of years, how long does it really take for those stimulus check to be distributed? Now, generally speaking, guys, stimulus check do go out after 1 week after the bill is signed into a law by President Joe Biden, and in the shortest scenario, it only took literally 48 hours after the bill was signed. So now let's take this into the consideration and let's take a look at some possible scenarios. Now, history is a great example where we have received stimulus check in year 2020, year 2021, and guess what, guys? In the year 2023, same kind of economic factors are showing up, and now they are showing that inflationary data is predicting there could be another round of stimulus check. Now, let me show you when the economy gets to a point where government must intervene when the stimulus check will be issued. Now, here you can see. Now, let's say this red line right over here is the line for the inflation. Now, you know what, guys? Inflation starts off high like this, and then it starts to drop off like this is the period of deflation. And you know what? This is when government should analyze how much stimulus money is required to stimulate the economy, and you know what? They need to do this in order to save the economy. It doesn't matter how much the inflation is, what's really going on. First priority will be to save the economy, nothing else. And you know what, guys? If they don't send out stimulus check during this period, you know what, economy will continue to deflate, and it will even get to a point where even the charts can't even register. Basically, it's dropping below the thresholds where it should be. At this particular time, you know what, government has to intervene in order to help individuals, and you know what, this is when they got the simple and easiest solution, that is to send out the stimulus check. Now, it is difficult to predict when this will exactly happen. We are looking for this exact point, you know what, when economy will get to a point, well, they will have to send out stimulus check. There is no other way. It's difficult to predict because it depends on severity of other economic factors, economic crisis, and government's response to it. This is the point where actually government realizes that we are into technically in the period of recession and we need to send out stimulus check. One of the key factors are jobs. Jobs are so important for the economy. We all know that jobs are created when economy flourishes. People will start working, producing more stuff, more goods, more services. Economy gets stronger and stronger. You know what? This is a cycle basically. This results in a more tax revenues, which helps to keep cycle going on and on. Now, the government knows that the jobs are key indicators of economy's overall performance. When the jobs are lost, economy is contracting. But you know what? When jobs are gained, economy is expanding. This means that businesses are growing and new startups are starting up, meaning that more people need to be hired, more taxes are being paid. However, guys, we are currently seeing a shift in the job market with more higher paying jobs being lost while lower paying jobs are being created. But you know what, guys, this is not an ideal situation when it comes down to the jobs market. Therefore, government is closely monitoring the job market and what's exactly happening to them. And you know what, at the end of the day, jobs are very important for the economy. We need to closely monitor the jobs market. We need to make sure that economy keeps growing, jobs are being created. Now, ask any economist, expert, we can clearly see that for sure, economy is not in its best shape right now. We have seen businesses contracting, resulting in many job losses. This means unemployment rate is increasing. Federal Reserve has been raising the interest rate to help control it, but you know what? Nothing has been particularly working out, and the effect of this is basically like a closed loop system. The problem is when the economy falls too far, then Federal Reserve will step in order to help by doing something called quantitative easing. Now they call it quantitative easing, you call it stimulus check, basically the same thing. To put this easily, quantitative easing is essentially just printing out bunch of money and sending out those all those money right here into the economy, injecting it into the economy in the form of stimulus check. Now, quantitative easing, formerly known as sending out stimulus check, also helps to support economy by increasing the inflation. So let's say at this point, government acknowledged that we need to send out stimulus check, and you know what? They started sending out stimulus check. The effect of sending out stimulus check will be onto the economy in such a way that inflation will rise once again from this point. Now, by doing this, this will increase the inflation, which keeps the prices of goods and services up, so it keeps everyone employed, everyone happy. Federal Reserve strategy of printing money, or formerly known as quantitative easing, formerly known as sending out stimulus check, as you may know, for years Federal Reserve has been printing out about $120 billion each and every month. Now when I say printing, you know what, they are literally changing the digits onto the computer. Basically they are doing is changing bunch of numbers, allocating new digits to the currency, creating new money in that regards. This is a very sophisticated, a smart way of printing out bunch and bunch of money. And you know what? When economy is contracting, Federal Reserve will not wait. They will print out even more money, hundreds and trillions and billions of dollars. You know what? Money is being pushed out into the businesses, unemployment, and you know what? To the people in various forms, but primarily in the form of stimulus check and other forms of reliefs. Stimulus check is proven to be the best way to stimulate the economy very rapidly. And second best approach they can do is, create more jobs by putting money, let's say, into the chips energy sector where more jobs are created. They can either spend the stimulus check money in different sectors to create jobs, or they can directly send out the money in the people bank account, such as groceries, clothing, gas, many more. You know what? This is the easiest way to spread out the money into the economy, and positive impact will be generated instantly. So to understand whether stimulus check will be expected or not, we need to watch closely for the jobs market, the Federal Reserve, interest rates, inflation, the GDP report, and all the important factors determining the economic outlook for our country. And it's very important to closely monitor all these factors to better understand what's really going on with economy. It may seem like government is slow to act, but you know what? They actually take action very quickly when economy is in danger. This is why it's so important for us to pay attention to these economic indicators to be aware what's really going on. So Congress could pass a stimulus package, and you know what? The package could include stimulus check, and president could wait for a few days to sign it. Once the bill is signed, the Treasury and IRS then can start sending out the payments. So if this scenario really plays out, you could be able to receive your stimulus check within just next 2 or 3 weeks. Currently, Congress is debating on a package of measures to help economy. Now, in theory, if the package is passed, signed into a law, then IRS and Treasury got all the necessary information, all the necessary details. Then you know what? The payment should begin rolling out in couple of months. And you know what? Suddenly, IRS and Treasury would start sending out the payment, and they could do this in couple of weeks, let's say 1 or 2 weeks. But before we can make any assumptions, we need to take a look at the economic data. Specifically, we need to take a look at the unemployment rate, the jobless claims, inflation, the markets, and other moves the Federal Reserve is making, and any of those other factors that could be the declining factor as whether as we'll be going to receive another round of stimulus check or not. The timing of the check is also important factor when it comes down to economy, where economy gets to a point where government must intervene to help out people, and this is when stimulus checks are usually issued. It's difficult to predict when this will exactly happen, as it will depend on severity of economic crisis, and government's response to it. Now guys, speaking of the latest update on federal level stimulus check, $1,200, $1,400, $2,000, any value for that matter, none of the four federal level stimulus check has been approved as of right now. Just to be clear, make sure there is no confusion about it. But once we get any latest details, I will keep you posted. Now moving forward, let me quickly show you the Social Security benefit payment schedule for Social Security SSI, SSDI, VA, and all the beneficiaries. So first group of Social Security recipient will be going to receive on 12th of the April if your birth date falls between 1st to 10th of the month. Second group of recipient 19th of the April if your birth date falls between 11th to 21st of the month. And if you are third group of Social Security recipient, then watch out 26th of the April if your birth date falls between 21st to 31st of the month. Now guys, speaking of the May 2023 benefit payment schedule, let's talk about the first important date. 1st of the May, that's when all those SSI benefits will be coming in your bank account. So make sure to check out your Direct Express card mails bank account for your benefits. Next important date is 3rd of the May. That's when if you're a Social Security recipient receiving Social Security before May 1997 or receiving SSI and Social Security together, then be sure to watch out 3rd of the May for your Social Security benefits, and like always 1st of the May for SSI benefits. Next important date is 10th of the May 2023. That's when first group of Social Security recipient will be going to receive their money. So if your birth date falls between 1st to 10th of the month, then be sure to check out 10th of the May 2023. Moving forward, the next important date is week later, 17th of the May 2023. That's when second group of Social Security recipient will be going to receive their money. So if your birth date falls between 11th to 20th of the month, then be sure to check out 17th of the May 2023. Check out Direct Express card, mails, bank account, wherever you usually receive your payment. Alright, next important date is week later, which is 24th of the May 2023. Now, you'll be going to receive your payments on 24th of the May if your birth date falls between 21st to 31st of the month. So be sure to check out 24th of the May for your Social Security benefits. Thank you so much for watching this video. Till then, make sure to hit that like, share this video, subscribe to our channel. How to guys. This is Kedar from How to Guys. See you in the next video.